Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're giving you part 2 of the Ferrari build update. Last episode, you guys kind of saw us get our toes wet and kind of start the builds, kind of mocking everything up and then starting to actually cut into the Ferrari kit. Well, we've done a lot more than that in today's episode, and you guys are going to see all the bodywork and getting this thing into primer, sending it back over to the hunting coat so they can do whatever they want, and then we'll make our final push for SEMA. Let's get into today's video. Very hot today. Do not judge me on my tank top, but we're working on the Ferrari. It's gonna look ugly before it looks better. So you guys know on the last episode you guys saw us get into work on this thing. Saw a little bit of what it took to kind of get it to where it needs to be. Didn't see a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that needed to get done to finish it. So that's what we're gonna show you guys today. Some of the body work, how we're cutting some of this kit, because it's like, oh, like we're cutting this really expensive race car kit, but yeah, we have to make it look how it needs to. We're still gonna have all the same design cues, it's just a little bit of the shape is shifting. So let me show you what we got going on. We're using the highest end Ingenuity spacecraft design. I'm just kidding, this is just a piece of metal that we cut. We were able to cut the edge of the wheel well or of the kit off and pretty much position it to where we needed to match up with the bumper in the new position that it's sitting in. So where the bumper sits in the factory position, keep in mind, this is still the wider bumper. It's just now it's up 2-3 more inches. So when it does that, you know, instead of coming over here, finishing off over here, now it's finishing over here. So now we need to make the kit finish off with it and give it that natural wheel arch. So that's the goal right now, is cutting this thing and making it, filling this up with carbon fiber. And then from there, we could, you know, reinforce it, you know, and get it to look like the other side, so where it all matches up. Then we have to cut the side skirt. Cut the side skirt, do the same process, and then we can body work everything, get into primer. So we're gonna do this section first, get everything mounted properly, you know, the bumper, everything like that. Then we can kind of go on to the body work. On top of that, then we have to add a little bit of an extra arch to the front fender. So it's gonna be a lot of little custom touches that, you know, initially, if you don't know what you, like, especially if you didn't know that we were filming this video, you wouldn't know that this is getting done. But it's cool that we're giving you all kind of the behind the scenes. Let's get to work on this thing. So now we went ahead and cut, spliced, and trimmed and glassed the passenger side quarter panel. So now it's time to match up the passenger side rocker extension. The other side has been completed already. So you guys can see, this is the look that we are going for. After some body work, we should be good to go. And before you guys start talking about don't be putting Bondo on this, stuff like that, well, look at this. Look at, even the Ferrari race team has put some Bondo on this thing. So it looks like if it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for us. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not going to be using as much as they did. We're actually going to strip a lot of this off and reshape the whole shape of it so it all works with the fender. But we've done a lot of extensive work to try to keep everything as natural as possible. We even cut the edge off of the quarter panel and extended it into that so we can still use the factory mounting points. You guys can see right there. So this will get all body work to the fender. Same thing with this side. But so far we're looking really good. Time to cut this rocker, and then we'll be able to go ahead and start doing the body work on the back side. Meanwhile, we still have to work on the front side, extending this about 1 inch all the way around. So that's what's to come after the video is done. Alright, and just like that, there's another piece cut up on this Ferrari kit. We're almost done with the rear section right now as far as grafting and making everything smaller, redirecting the shape of the wheel arches. We've also cut the factory gas cap. So that's good. So that we're gonna make this functional and stuff like that. This is gonna get molded. It's gonna work like it's the factory. So we're making great progress. Like you guys have seen, the other side is done. Once we cut this, it'll be done. Now there's still a lot more work to do. We still have to body work all this. We still have to body work the bumper. This still needs to be molded to the car, which we won't really do until we are 100% done with all this body work. So once we do the body work, we're gonna primer this, probably primer off the car, and then from there we'll be able to put back on the car for that final molding process, which we will show you guys in this episode as well. So in order to go ahead and reposition this, we are drawing exactly where the finish needs to be. And what we have determined is that this is where we're gonna need to cut. And then from there, we'll be able to reposition this end piece. We're still gonna utilize this. It gives the finish with the body line, mounting point, everything like that. So primarily what we're gonna do is cut it, and then that's gonna make it fit. Somewhat like this. You guys get the drift. Let's get to it. Okay, so the passenger side has now been complete. Just like the driver's side, we have modified the wheel arch and we have modified the rocker panel, so it all flows. So now we're just pretty much left for body work. On the other side too, we made some adjustments on it because the actual body kit itself went out a little bit too much, so we spliced it to give some relief cuts and make it sit a little bit better, so when we mold it, we're not fighting so much of the kit. This is all gonna get body work, but before we start doing body work, we have to go ahead and give a little bit of love to the front fenders. If you guys remember the first video, we had talked about it with TJ about adding a little bit of material to the front fenders. And the reason being is because even when this thing is low, this kit is for a race car, so fitment was not necessarily the top priority. It was mainly, you know, clearance, because these cars, it's a race car. It's not meant to be low. Although they are low, but they're not like fanciful low, you know. So the goal right now is to add about 2 inches to the wheel arch. From there, we'll put it on the ground, let TJ take a look at it and be like, hey, this is the new shape of it. This looks good, and so on and so forth, then do the body work. So we have about another week of this stuff, and then the following week we'll be doing body work. So let's get to it. Okay, so we've made a lot of progress on the 488. We have trimmed back the whole kit because we are going to be molding this kit to the body. Now, when peeling off the PPF off the factory paints, a lot of the factory paint peeled off. So I don't know what type of PPF this was, but that's going to be a little bit of a nightmare for our prep. But regardless, look at how many layers actually buildup was to get this, whoever painted this kit initially. We have primer, paint, you know, another paint job, primer, Bondo, primer, paints, primer, paints. There's so many layers on top of this thick, I really love this thick wheat carbon, but we are at the points that we are going to start grinding the back side of the kit and start grinding the body and getting ready to panel bond this on here. And then from there, it will have all these self-tappers just to hold it on there until it cures for 24 hours. Then from there, we'll be able to body work all that edge and mold it into the body. So this is gonna be the factory finish. And then you can see right here, we've cut this. So we're gonna, luckily the edge of this quarter panel meets up pretty well to the edge of the bumper. But right here is where we're gonna have to do a little bit of body work because we have a little bit of overhang from the factory quarter panel to the aftermarket bumper. But that's no problem. We're just gonna have to add a little bit of material here and add a little material, kind of blend this thing together. So this is what it looked like before, guys. This is that before.
What's up, guys? We have an update on the Ferrari right now. As you know, Renee has been working on these quarter panels to make them fit and look like OEM. He already went ahead and got this thing prepped and ready. Obviously, as you saw before, this was already pre-fitted to the car, and we drilled all the holes that kind of to help kind of keep it where it's supposed to go. But now the moment of truth, or I don't know if it's the truth, but it's gonna go on there, is we're gonna panel bond the piece onto the car. We have everything already prepped and ready. René, a ver, explícame en tus palabritas, ¿qué vas a hacer aquí ahorita?
Pues con la ayuda de Iván, vamos a echarle el panel on aquí, todo lo que es alrededor, y vamos a pegarlo y vamos a empezar a meterle los tornillos para que quede bien firme y va a quedar.
So, ¿sí va a aguantar 200 millas por hora garantizado?
Sí, pienso que hasta más.
Hasta más.
Sí.
Ay, papá.
Garantizado,
Did
100%.
you hear that, guys?
200 mile an hour tested. This thing's not gonna fly off. All right, so we'll find out. I don't know if it'll go that fast, but ain't going nowhere.
There's big cracks in here, that's why. Where there was.
Can't even see them now. Filling in cracks too?
Yeah.
Making holes and filling in cracks, huh? Is that what you do all day or what?
Little by little.
Little by little.
They're right here. See these big old cracks.
Yeah.
But you know, gone on this
Reinforce
one.
it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get this side going.
So these are the parts for the Ferrari. We already bodyworked the hood and got it out in primer. Man, this thing looks really, really good just in primer like this. It probably never looked this smooth because if you think about it, these are race parts. So they were really made them in carbon fiber. They were just for race. They had layers of paint on this thing. So for us to take them down to its base composite and then bodywork that and make them look like a finished piece, it's gonna really show the work we put into this car, and it's looking really good. So got this primer, got the side skirts primer, and I think you guys a little update on the quarter panel. All right, so here is an update on the Ferrari. This side skirt was already primered and we kind of mocked it on there. It came out really good. They had a lot of layered paint on this thing, and obviously from fixing stuff There's little pinhole stuff that comes up on the pretty much carbon fiber that we're gonna still address, but this was like a major thing because, as you know, we sectioned this and made it smaller to fit. This is one of the sides already pretty much getting blocked and taking its shape. I mean, it looks like now it's one piece. This is how it's supposed to look like. Obviously, you can see kind of the layers of different material that we kind of took down to obviously get it to its base form. And obviously this is metal, so this is the molding process and the bodywork that we have to do to get this thing to look right. As you can see over here, this is the more raw look. It's almost like we're sculpting this thing, but this is what we have to do in order to get a nice piece to fit, is do multiple passes of filler or either like a fiberglass reinforced resin called Marglass to kind of fill in everything, and then from there we'll start blocking in order to take its shape, which is a perfect example on this side, how you can see some of it's going to come off but leave a smoother section. So hopefully this side will be ready soon and we can get into primer, because we still have the front end to do. The other part that we have over here is the front bumper. Obviously we had to shave some holes and fill in some things. Ivan's specialty over there with the hole filler. We're going to just finish blocking those areas out. And this one obviously maybe didn't have as much material on it, because obviously you can see the carbon fiber right there and then a couple of the layers of the bodywork that was done. But we pretty much got everything blocked out, ready for the final bodywork that we have to do. And same thing, we'll get that stuff into primer. And we got G over here, kind of little struggle with, got your nails kind of hurting or what?
And my fingers.
Your fingers. This is getting you ready for our spec, baby. What's up, baby? Come on now.
I stick to paint.
There's the our spec,
I'll stick to paint.
This, you know, getting everything prepped out, getting that old wrap off. You know what I mean? Like getting those cars ready. What's up, dude?
I'm trying.
That you can tell, like it's coming off. We have to heat up the process of the PPF to get it off, but because it's been on there for a while, a lot of the shards, just like you saw there, will rip because either there's like a kind of like, I would say, like a flaw or the glue, everything, and you know the material obviously stretches to one certain place, and that's all I can do. So believe it or not, this is the factory spoiler for TJ's Ferrari. So it had like a PPF, but obviously we're taking it off, and in doing so it's leaving all that beautiful adhesive that we have to, you know, take off before we obviously reshoot this thing. But you can see all that stuff on adhesive, and you know, once we used our chemical to kind of take it off, we'll see how, you know, bad it is and how it protected it. I guess that'd be a perfect example. If not, then more likely we're gonna have to reshoot this piece anyway. But you know, obviously I'll do, oh, it protects the paint, which it does, but obviously if you take it off, there's a process that you have to do in order to take the adhesive off to get back to the, you know, the nice paint underneath, which G is loving, by the way. I think he'll be ready.
Love it.
He'll be ready for our spec in no time as he keeps doing this, or either he's not gonna have any nails. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with it. Here we are after Labor Day, rocking on the Ferrari. Mr. Renee has blocked this side. As you saw the other side, remember, this is what the other side looked like, and now we're blocking and getting everything really good. Everything's lining up. But once we sanded the front fender, as you can see, the whole fender is carbon fiber. The whole thing's carbon fiber, but it has multiple layers of paint. But this could have been maybe at one time an accident, a bump or something, and cracked the carbon fiber, and they just kind of patched it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to repair this with resin fiberglass to get this thing to obviously not have those that crack there, because crack kills, and we don't want to have that crack here. And so we're going to fix this, get it ready. Mr. Ivan's going to get the resin ready and laid out and repair it, and then we'll continue with the body work. Still have to do that side, but obviously you can see there are very multiple layers of paint, so we're getting it down to the bare carbon to be able to start from scratch and get this thing looking good.
now. Done our first official prime on the body kit. Stripped down all the old primer. And now we're starting to assemble everything. Went ahead and cleaned all the inside out. Front area, suspension area, everything nice and clean. We were able to peel off all the old paints off the carbon, which is pretty cool. It's gonna give us a little bit of a jump and head start. Got the side skirts on. Got the quarter panels all primer as well. Still a little bit of body work that needs to get done around the bumper. Now this is how the bumper sat naturally. We did all the body work, filled anything that needed to be filled, and now we just have to do these edges of the bumper. And then the car can actually go back over there to TJ's. They can do whatever they need to do, and then once they're done with it, we can get it back and we can get it painted. But man, this is a big step to see it like this, because that means that we're ready just to pretty much block it out, any last little pinholes, and then this thing can get the paint and final finish. So let's get this thing assembled, the body work done on the rear bumper, and ship the thing back out.
Really good eye protector.
Ivan,
What's up?
we know that's not done, but
It's almost done.
it's taking form. Wow, how has your experience been working on this thing?
It's a wonderful car. Obviously modifying the kit to fit the OEM pista. It's a 488 pista, right? 488? Yeah. It's been good. A little nicks and knacks here and there, but
What was probably the biggest challenge working on this thing?
the quarter panels for sure. Quarter panels were a big headache because getting everything to fit right. Front bumper not so much, fenders not so much, but definitely the rear end.
Fenders took quite a bit of body work into the bumper. But
Yeah, well, especially getting like the nice little flare on it, because that didn't come with it. But
I think the M4 got you ready.
yeah, that was a good practice shot.
How was it working on the 48? I know it's not done, but we still got just a little bit of blocking left and then getting it ready for paint. What was your experience working on this thing?
I'm happy it came sooner
Yeah.
than later.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I think the last time we built a car like
The
this,
last 3
it's
times.
been like 30 days beforehand, so it's been cool, right?
Yeah, pretty easy this one.
Yeah.
It's not done yet, so I can't say it's easy yet, but I'm happy it came sooner than later.
Shorty, how hard is it working on this one? ¿Qué tan difícil era este comparado a los otros que hemos hecho?
Pues sí, está difícil.
Sí,
Sí,
está
estuvo
difícil.
difícil. Más en los quarter panels de allá atrás, sí. Pegarlos y
Pero para ti,
que quedaran bien.
bien, pues sí. Pero para ti que eres una verga, pues bueno, o sea,
No, pues aunque soy, ¿no? Pero sí me costó un poquito.
sí, ¿verdad?
Siempre cuesta el trabajo.
Sí, no, pues sí. Pero pues ya nomás se va, regresa una buena bloqueada y ya.
Sí.
Los detallitos. ¿sí?
Ajá. Y ya.
Okay, so another year, another SEMA project.
It is.
You know how it goes. Our second round at a Ferrari GT3 kit.
Yeah.
The first kit, you know, as you remember, we had 3 weeks to do it, right? Full body work, full color change. I mean, probably wasn't the best that we could do in 3 weeks, but we've had a little bit of time. This one was a little bit more complicated than the last one.
it was.
Now that you see it, this is kind of the first time we've had it together. What do you think?
I think, now that you see it put together, it looks pretty dope. I don't think you're gonna see anything out there like this. But the big thing for us was that we had the time to really step our game up and take our time on it, not have the 3 weeks to try to rush and cram everything.
Yeah.
And to really put our time into it to make it I think that's when it's gonna display.
Oh yeah,
you
and
know,
it's
at
not
the
even
show.
close.
And it's not even done.
It's not even
but
close.
even then, just like this, it looks,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
looks
we
good.
still have a little bit of body work that needs to get done. We still have blocking and prepping and taking it all down. But I feel like we have plenty of time to get it done.
Yeah.
It's gonna go back to TJ. They're gonna do whatever they gotta do to it. Bring it back. We'll be able to kind of perfect any last little bit of body work, blocking, so on and so forth, and then get this thing ready for paint.
painted. And then some SEMA from there.
And then see you again. thinking?
This is the best one we've ever done.
Really?
I think this trumps it, hands down, by a mile. I don't think we could ever top this. That's the unfortunate thing.
Really?
100%. I think this is the ceiling. For a few reasons. The 458 was cool. It wasn't that complex. The Urcon was cool, but I think the kit didn't resemble the same ambiance that the GT3 does. The M4 was amazing, but the internet just lost their shit on ride height, and that's a whole different discussion. Doing this like our 4th or 5th time doing it. We took like everything we have learned into one and tried to fix it on this. So we addressed the ride height that will come naturally with the GT3. We addressed the wheelbase issues of both GT3s, and I think this is the best looking out of all of them. And we got like all of the people.
And we started early.
We started early and we're still barely gonna make it,
Yeah.
but it's insane. This is the best one.
I think so.
No
too.
questions asked. No questions asked. It makes me miss the 458 a little bit, but this one is so much better. I mean, dude, we have a 2-inch spacer on the wheel right now, just to kind of see what it looks like. It's a little bit aggressive. We're gonna re-barrel the wheels and make them a little bit less aggressive than this. The spacers are a test. We were able to go lock to lock. Dylan and Mark cut everything out of the car in this area, so you can actually sweep the wheels without any issues, without sacrificing anything, without having to touch suspension, which is really cool. The front lip is epic. It's huge. Combination of the front lip and the ride height and the width we added on the shoulder here, it looks whole. You get the low look you're looking for without being so low that the car is undrivable. People don't realize that GT3 cars are undrivable on the street. They're meant for smooth tarmac and they're not meant to be slammed. They're gonna be lower than a factory car will, but have higher wheel arches. So we kind of like took that into play, found a hybrid mix, asked Oscar and SOS to do the impossible. And then on the rear end too, cut it in half, shortened it, decided not to lengthen the chassis and just shorten the kit, which was difficult, but that was your problem. This is a 1-inch spacer. As a test, it needs probably like a 2-inch or like a 1.5, but it gives us the illusion we're looking for to make our wheels, to remake the wheels to fit everything. We got the diffuser mounted. You can literally stand on this. And the fact that we were able to keep the factory panel, because we do have a GT3 panel, and they're actually the same, barring a few minor differences on the way the fenders like connect right here. So the fact that we were able to like keep a few things that were necessary. We still need to add the F1 rain light and the backup light. We have a plan for that. That will be done once we get it back from SOS. I mean, just all the forethought of like doing it so many times that we're like, oh, remember this, let's remember this, let's remember this. How can we fix this issue that we could never do before? Like, let's think outside the box. And I think it just created the best version. And I'll be curious to see what happens when we finish this, what I don't like, what I do like, and then do it better the next time. But when I did the 458 before this, the problem with the kit is the chassis had to be so low that when you use the front splitter, which was not nearly as aggressive as this, it was so damn low, you'd be like driving on a straight road or be in canyon roads and not even turning, but just like going through sweeps, you'd be scraping the front splitter because that's how low the car was. And the suspension in the road car is not what it is in the race car, so it's much softer, so it's way more roll, you know, a whole bunch of things. We're not gonna have any of these issues with this car. So for all those reasons, like this one's really special to me. There isn't a version of the 488 that looks better than this. And I love the Pista a lot. And I think this, like when we have this out on display, I mean, it will be, I don't know, I just don't think there's any better. I'm so happy. I'm still stressed. I'm not happy yet, but I'm like, dude.
There's still a lot of little things.
I see the finish line. And I'm like, dude, mic drop.
Yeah.
Mic drop. I encourage someone to try to do it. Good luck.
Definitely.
Good luck getting it. Good luck doing it.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna happen.
All right, guys, and that's gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, notification button, because as of now, we're not exactly sure how we're gonna finish this car, but stay tuned and check it out. So thank you guys so much. Here at SOS Customs, we got you covered.